Hello everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku charts.com daily analysis for the Euro US dollar FX for Thursday, October 3rd, 2013. Well, a continuation of the trend to the upside today, and the candle has made a higher high and higher low. Previous day's trading we had an outside day in bar chart terms, but a fairly large white-bodied candle in relative terms, and that denoted the buyers making a decent amount of net bullish progress to the upside. That bullish candle highlighted a breakout up above some solid resistance around the 135.49 level, extending up roughly to about 135.66, and a fairly solid bullish close up above there, and suggested that the market may have found some solid upside momentum to break out to the upside. And if we look at these candles for the past 4 or 5 trading days, no black body candles since this last one here, and obviously the buyers were attempting to build some upside momentum to take out these areas, and they have done so successfully. For that day's trading, however, there was some resistance around the 136.14 level, and today the market has attempted to trade above that area, been rejected from above there, and closed just slightly above the 136.14 area. On a moderately bullish candle, the white body denotes the buyers making an amount of net bullish progress on the day between the open and the close, but it is slightly smaller than the amount of progress they made for the previous day's trading, suggesting that momentum to the upside may be drying up to a degree, but still that upside momentum is with the buyers and is significant. If we look at the shadow here on the top of it does suggest that the buyers have lost some commitment, but looking at the position of the close within the range, the buyers have maintained control, not terribly strong control, but the important thing here is that the sellers are not showing any strength in this market, and this does suggest that there is still potential for this trend to continue trading up. Now, if we do see the trend continue trading, there is a possibility of the market testing to about the 137.10 level, and if we see solid bullish activity up above the high of the current candle early in trading activity, you could see the market testing up to there. Crucial also will be the previous resistance level 136.14, which may now act as support, and that may be an important level below their potential support at the Tenkan-sen, which is trading at 135.55, and the area at 135.49. In terms of the Fibonacci extension, and here today we've seen the market test above the 61.8% level, almost to the 78.6% level, and closing just above the 61.8% level. This suggests that there is a possibility of the market trading higher. We do need to watch the market if it does interact with the 78.6% level again, and if we trade in a bullish manner up through there, the 100% level at 137.07 may come into play. Probably a better picture here with the Fibonacci retracement. We're in an expansive mode of that with the bullish breakout up above there for the previous day's trading, and here today we've seen the market test 2 and just beyond the 161.8% level, being rejected from there, failing to close above there. So that suggests that there is a slight possibility of a change of trend, but remember, if we do see that change of trend, we do have solid support just below where the market is trading. Now, in terms of patterns in this market, here we have some sort of a pattern that had formed over the past couple of weeks. We certainly saw congestion in the past week with the market really not making any substantial downside or upside progress in a higher time frame, and suggested that there was a possibility for the market to break it to the upside or the downside. It's been quite hard to determine the upper boundary of this pattern, and here I've drawn some sort of a flag that's moved to the upside with the trend, and basically have had to really move that upside barrier on the top of the pattern quite a few times. Initially, that barrier at the top of the pattern was flat, and this resembled some sort of an ascending triangle. The market probed outside that area but failed to close that above that barrier, therefore negating that pattern, and then changing the pattern, the barrier at the top of the pattern. It perhaps may have been forming some sort of a wedge type pattern, but then we've broken out again on a fairly bullish candle but failed to close above there. So then moving the barrier once again to the upside, and then today we've seen a bullish close and a moderately bullish close up above the top barrier, suggesting that there is a potential breakout, or there has been a breakout, and we are looking for a measured move for the market to move to the upside. I'm not so sure. I don't have a lot of confidence in this pattern, because the pattern has had to be altered with that barrier on the top of the pattern quite a few times, and really it's quite important whether we see follow through. I'll be much more confident in the pattern if I see a bullish close up above the current candle, and that may suggest that the follow through has seen the buyers come into the market quite strongly and give a lot more confidence in the move to the upside. The move to the upside would be the extent of the trend leading into the pattern projected up from the top barrier, so it's really quite a substantial move is potential here. Now, in terms of Ichimoku, we have a bullish market in the long-term time frame, and in line with the breakout and the close up above the top barrier, that does suggest that there is a good possibility of this market trading higher and meeting a target based on that breakout above the pattern. In terms of the other two timeframes, the market's trading up above the Kijun-sen, so giving us a bullish market in the medium-term time frame as well as the longer-term time frame, and is also trading above the Tenkan-sen, so giving us a bullish market in the short-term time frame, and the Chikou span is above the corresponding price action. So we have upside momentum in a longer-term time frame, and that is supporting the bullishness that we're seeing in the long-term, medium-term and fast-term timeframes, and also suggesting that there is support for the close up above the upper barrier of that pattern and that congestion that we've seen recently, and suggesting that there is a good possibility of the market trading higher. Now, obviously, as I've already mentioned, I'd like to see a bullish close up above the high of this current candle, and that if we see that, we could quickly see the market trading to 37.10. Above there isn't any major resistance until the market trades up to around the 138 area, but we do have solid support just below where the market's trading initially now at the 136.14 level, and then down to the area around the Tenkan-sen and the previous resistance area at around roughly 135.57, 56 down to 135.49.